Baylor, what have you seen from some of the newer transfer wide receivers, and what do those guys need to do maybe specifically to break into the offense this year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, receiver is obviously a position that we were looking to add depth. We felt really good about the guys we had, but obviously needed more. So, I mean, Jay and Kyle have come in and added value right away, and I think just continue to make plays, and they'll see themselves have a role in the offense.
I know we've talked to a lot of folks about Elijah last year, just accepting kind of.
Elijah Page.
Sorry, accepting a step down to the scout team and coming bouncing back from that and really gaining confidence. Just how much trust do you have in now? Having him now is kind of protecting that blind side, and how have you seen that growth from him since that step?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a ton of growth from him. Obviously, he really took a turn in terms of his development during the season last year. And I think that was definitely like an accumulation of the work he did leading up to that. It wasn't just like he woke up one day on scout team and was like, oh, I'm a much better player. I think he did a ton of work throughout the summer, throughout fall camp, and he kind of saw that come to fruition throughout the season. And I think since then he's kind of run with it. Obviously, he got the opportunity to start in the bowl game, did really, really well, and I think he's kind of just run with that from there on, and I think he's doing a great job. And he's one of the obviously Jonah is the leader of that group, but he's stepped up and really been a guy that Jonah can rely on, and obviously that I can rely on as well.
You and Josiah Lamora got here at the same time. What was it like for you to see him get put on scholarship?
Josiah? No, it was awesome. I mean, just see how hard he's worked, and just for him to be able to get his master's degree paid for, I think. I mean, it's like, it's life-changing, It's a lot more than football, and really, really happy for him and his family. Obviously, his brother's here now as well, so life-changing moment for him, and it couldn't happen to a better guy. So just really happy for him.
This is the first season of in-helmet communication. How has that worked so far with you and Lincoln, and what have you just thought of these early days, having that as something you can use?
It's been good. I mean, it's kind of weird because like someone's talking to you and you can't talk back to them, which Coach Riley might be happy about, but it's been cool. I mean, obviously we started using it in the spring, and I think we've gotten better in terms of how we navigate that. Obviously it cuts out a certain amount of seconds, so I think it's good. It's a good tool, but I don't think it's a substitute for being prepared. So I think it's just a tool at the end of the day.
What were the initial bumps, maybe like first couple times you used it? What'd you have to get used to?
I think just switching over from like a predominantly signal-based communication system to a verbal one, that was really the biggest hurdle. In terms of like there's kind of little things that come up that you don't necessarily anticipate because you're so used to doing it a certain way. But I think we've done a good job navigating them, and obviously Coach Riley's done a phenomenal job in doing that as well. So like I said, I think it's a good tool for us to operate more efficiently, but is not a substitute for being prepared.
Miller, I talked to Jacoby Lane and Makai Lemon during Big Ten Media Day. They just talked about the chemistry between you guys and how it's grown. Just in the last year, have you seen that chemistry blossom and see it out on the field so far?
Yeah. I mean, one thing I would say about them is like, I think this goes for that whole group. I mean, Deuce, Kyron, Jack, Lem. I know I'm leaving out someone. Kyle, Jay. Like, I'm leaving out people I know, but not intentionally. But yeah, that whole group's been awesome. Just in that, like, those are guys that are always, like, they're always eager to work. There's never going to be guys that I'm texting to go throw and they're not going to show up or anything like that. So I think just the want to be great and the want to get to the level that we need to get to has been great to see from them. And it's awesome for me to work with guys like that, just because that's always been my attitude. So to be surrounded by those guys has been awesome, and they make me better each and every day. So I think we're continuing to grow together, and I think we've done all the work to put ourselves in a position to be successful.